Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. The Jayhawks will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Mizzou takes the field for the first time today. They share a border and not much else, and even if they don't play regularly, the one thing that stays constant is their contempt for each other.
And there have been a lot of shootouts in the past between these two teams. Remember Todd Reesing going up against Chase Daniel, lighting up the scoreboard? That's what I remember about this rivalry.
Yeah, points at a premium, offenses flying up and down the field, and a lot of people in the stands that don't like each other.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. And the defense makes a play, sacking it back at the 10.
That is how you start a drive. Beat the physical challenge on first down, rush the quarterback, beat the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Fires left. He's got it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just
the one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. So Kansas offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're shooting a first down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Off play action. Trying to get to it. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
He's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Jayhawks line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. On the return, it's Armour. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down to the 24. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the feel between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy, woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between them.
Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about these guys? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
After that last completion, it's second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, if the first you don't succeed, try again. It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
The give to the tailback. Still running at the 40. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. The Jayhawks have it with a first and 10. He's going to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the quarterback brought some time, but not enough. Down he goes on the sack. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. They'll go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next down. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And then pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Jayhawks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Armour. He gets a block. Puts him in the spin cycle. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. USF sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Tampa. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Jayhawks pulled out a close one the last time they saw Mizzou.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk making plays when it mattered most. Despite the rivalry, despite everything going on in the stadium, they handled their composure and won the game.
And you got to give them credit because they were mentally tough. Not only are you getting through your conference schedule week after week, but then you got to get yourself up to play against a rival in Missouri, and they won the game, and that really helped them throughout the rest of the year.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he will get make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Quick strike complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Jayhawks will punt this one away.
Number 17, on to punt it away.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Tiger.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. And the Jayhawks get the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They'll put in play from the 27, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Swings it out to the flat. He's brought down, solid pickup, a little bit short of the 1st down.
Running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Coming after him. He wants to take the top off. Snags it on the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack and party.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
A loss of 4 yards on the play.
That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. The Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup or so. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. A run for the quarterback. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, you can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done here.
Off he goes. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 82.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Missouri, 28. Kansas, 0. Return run.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting them back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He complains so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get fires into traffic. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Power football with the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game is gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, the things that they got to do more consistently.
Never a doubt. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. I would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
They'll try the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. He makes the connection. Tackled immediately after the catch.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves over.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Jayhawks send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Running it back. It's Armour. Just trucks through it. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football. Put a nice drive together and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Stroud. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Field goal is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty time, just the mean time. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and the offense has a way.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Armour. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive.
Afterburners coming. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Missouri!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Tennessee is currently ahead of this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 7 over USC. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. You do think basketball in this rivalry, but there is football history. Gale Sayers, Todd Reesing, Chase Daniel, the Mangino era for the Jayhawks. At times, this was one of the best rivalries on the planet.
Well, they started playing in 1891. It's unfortunate the conference realignment with this rivalry game kind of went away. I wish we saw it more often.
Yeah, and we've seen it all across college football. We get robbed of the rivalries, and then in turn, we kind of forget about them. So good to have this rivalry back.
And they got him for the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the pass. Getting some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line, and the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all.
He lost one down the sideline. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tiger. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
48, Kansas, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up.
Now they'll try the right side. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, all the tradition and bad blood between these programs, and it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in the border war. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the game.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions in you.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback has to protect himself. Gets down with the slide. The Jayhawks decide to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Excellent. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out.
He unleashes a long one. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. And the beatdown has ensued.
Number 82.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Makes the score. Missouri, 55. Kansas, 0. Return runs out of
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They'll run the RPO and Ford right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
A It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense.
Got a lot of running room. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Movement here from the tight end. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those. You got them a good time.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball comes to rest right there. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around.
All kinds of running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They used the jump play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Got his man quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. Now on 2nd down. Into the good 1st down run. Out of the gun to give to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to run for it. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Loss of 4.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Stroud. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Missouri! And the punishment has been extended. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
Missouri 62, Kansas 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass and make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Unloads quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great way to go.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Just going to keep it after the snap.
And RD, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11 on 11 football. The quarterback just don't hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running, it's completely changed the way people play defense.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the ball while getting a turnover. Man, the offense falls apart.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He'll let it go down the right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is issued. Let's check the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. And the pummeling has started. On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Missouri 69, Kansas 0. Return runs out of bounds.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Unloads to the wideout. And he intercepts it. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Missouri.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. It is getting rowdy as Missouri extends its lead on the hated Jayhawks.
Tell you what, man, Mizzou came into this one ready to go. They have been flying high and flying all over the field, making things happen.
Making things happen, making plays, playing with energy, really meeting the standard for this rivalry game.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The give to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Stroud. He's going for it. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up with an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Run it with the fullback. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. They're trying to get to it. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll send out the kicker here. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
End of the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. And they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that one play to pick up the 1st.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, And you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
At the 40, there he goes. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Here's the handoff. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Missouri comes up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Paul. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Missouri! And the route is on. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its fourth down. And the Jayhawks will send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. A third down drive for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead.
in the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Give them Aggies indeed. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just...
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Oh, look out, there he goes. Take it in. Much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous party with a consolation prize.
And good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
And the quarterback takes a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are considered